So I think that without further ado, I can now leave the floor to Nicola for the presentation. So enjoy this webinar. See you later. Thank you.
Okay, so I will share. Hello to everybody. I will share with you a presentation, and let's start. So, hello, and thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Nicola Menegoni, and I'm a professor in rock mechanics here at the Department of Earth and Environmental Sciences of the University of Pavia. And as already Carolina told you, I'm here also with Daniel Barrera and Daniel Cugliato. Daniel Barrera is a postdoctoral researcher from Colombia, and now is working with us at the University of Pavia, but is also a part-time lecturer for the course of geological modeling. And Daniel Cucugliato is our alumni that now is working for a very important company, Rambo. So I think that in general, if you are here, it's because you are looking at the world around and seeing some pretty big challenges in our world. And let's see that these challenges are climate change, are the energy transition, and are the sustainable future and the sustainable way to get the resources. And so these are not just words. These are the main challenges of our generation. And so the main question, what is the main question? The main question is, who is going to solve these problems? Who has the skills to find, manage, and sustainably use the resources that we need to power our society, to build new technologies, and to protect our planet. Yes. So I think that in general, these are the questions for which all of us are here. And I believe that the answer to this question is you. And so for this reason, we have designed a program in geoscience to give you the exact tools that you will need to address all these challenges. And this is the master degree in geoscience for sustainable development, and specifically our curriculum that is entirely taught in English. That is the curriculum of geosciences for energy, mineral, and water resources. So let's say that this program is built from the ground up to train the next generation of geoscientists who will be at the very center of the ecological and the energy transition. And this program is perfectly aligned with the United Nations 2030 agenda for the sustainable development. But so, what does this actually mean? What will you be studying? So what you will studying, let's say that our curriculum is deep diving into the resources that make our modern world work and how to manage these resources in a responsible way. So you will have courses like these courses that I put in this list. So for example, basin analysis and applied sedimentology. Let's say that basin analysis and applied sedimentology is not just about finding oil and gas anymore. So you can use also this skill to understand the underground system, the subsurface, and for what? For the geothermal energy, for the carbon capture and storage, so the CCS, what is also called CO2 sequestration, and also for finding water. Then there will be other courses very important that are like the petrogenetic processes and mineral deposits, that let's say that this is the hunt for the critical raw materials that nowadays are very important. You cannot build a wind turbine and a solar panel or an electric car without specific minerals, so these critical materials. And you will learn how they form and where to find these minerals. But then there will be also this course that the name is Use and Sustainability of Raw Materials. That is the other half of the coin. So it's not enough to find minerals. Let's say we can find a lot of minerals, but then we have to know how to extract and process these minerals in a way that is not destroying the environment. So this is one of the most important skills in the world right now. And then obviously, we will have also this very important course that is the groundwater resources, because we don't have to forget that water is the most precious resource on our planet. So with this course, you will learn how to find, manage, and protect our groundwater from the contamination and the overuse. So let's say that then there will be many other courses, for example, my course in rock mechanics, but also other optional courses like the new energy and new energy scenario, subsurface geological exploration, geological modeling, for which Daniel Barrera is I'd say, is a professor, is a lecturer. And with these courses, you will be able to build a toolkit for the future that you will use in the future. So, but to be honest, so now I made a list of courses that you can find in many universities, okay, in many university website or webinar. So what makes Pavia different from the others, and why you should come here? So let's say that the reason why you have to learn Pavia, to come in Pavia, is because we don't want you to learn about geoscience. We want you to do geoscience. So our program is built on a balance of theory and, let's say, an intense practice. So at first, you will have field trips. Field trips are very important in our program. And also in Italy, we are very lucky because we have the Alps, we have the Apennines, we have active volcanoes. So let's say that Italy is a natural laboratory. We have these jewels, these natural jewels, and we are using these jewels. So our program takes you out from the classroom, the normal classroom, out into the field on these natural jewels. So let's say that you will be able to see some of the best geological sites in the world, like for example the volcanic island of the Eolie Islands, and then the incredible structures in the Dolomites. And so you will learn to read the story of the Earth by literally standing on this. And what is the best part of this is that our department is helping you to do all these field trips, covering more than 50% of the travel and accommodation cost for these trips. And let's say that it's not only field trips. So one second reason is also the internship. So we know that the biggest challenges in bridging the gap between being a student and being a professional is the internship. So for this reason, we have inserted this, let's say, mandatory internship of 9 credits. So let's say that will be a long internship with a company. So, and everyone is doing here, and you will be able to take the skill that you learn in our during the lectures and apply them in a real company or a real agency or a research institution. But then, for people that wants more, we have also another opportunity. We have this program that is called LM+. So let's say that is an additional semester, so 6 months more, and are paid. Is a paid internship inside a company with one of our partner companies like Arcadis, like Rumble, in which now Daniel is working, and many other companies like ENI or A2A, and there are many. And so let's say that this one is not just an internship, it's a structured paid project where you will actively work in the company and also in the university. So I think that this one is one of the best, let's say, one of the best way in which you can start your career. And many of our students that did this LM Plus internship, now let's say that they receive job offers also before they even graduate. So now I can ask maybe to Daniel Cucugliato, that is our alumni, that he did this, let's say, he did this internship in with the LM Plus in Rumble, and now is working in Rumble. So maybe Daniel, if you can tell us something about your experience with the LM Plus or with the master degrees in general.
Yeah,
I'm very happy. Thank you.
for sure, for sure. Hello, everyone, and thank Nicola and Carolina for the introduction and the presentation. As they already said, I'm a geologist, and actually I'm working as an environmental consultant in Rumble. And my presence here is because I'm an old student of the course of Geoscience and Sustainability Development. And let's say, looking back, the choice to study it in Pavia, I think that it was the best choice, but because it seemed to offer the best connection with the job market, let's say. As Nicola said before, this project consisted in working as an internship for 1 year during the master degree, and for the first 6 months, you have the opportunity to attend it, the course of your study plan. Um, and I think that is the best way to learn more, because you apply in the field the theory, and you had the opportunity to join different professional figures, as in my case, because I'm working in an international company with different figure. So it's a really good point. For sure, you learn the thing in a faster way. And another important aspect that is not guaranteed ever is that it's a paid internship. So during your study, it's for sure useful to maintain yourself in another city where you are not with your parents, like me, for example. Uh, in my activity, what I do is essentially working in a due diligence process for um, identify potential contamination of environmental matrix like soil and groundwater, and then remediation activity. So it's something really interesting, and I had the opportunity to apply both the theory and the practical, both on field but also in the reporting phases for different clients. So the other thing that I could say is that participate to this project could be like a preferential way to join a corporate, something that in other way you have to do with other, for example, specialization course, and not during the university, and for sure that allows you to gain 1 year of experience right after the graduation. That's another big point. Yeah, that's all. Let's say is the experience is going good. It's gone good because I'm still working Rumble. So actually, that's all from my side, and for sure I'm available for further question from your side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you to share your experience with the, let's say, with our master course, but also with Rumble and the internship. So now what I want to do is like to present a little bit our university. And in reality, I prefer that Daniel, like a Colombian, so someone that until some years was living in the other side of the world. Someone like him can describe Pavia and let's say tell you something about Pavia, something different that for me it's like home because I'm Italian and it's not different from my living experience, but you will have like this different point of view of someone that is coming from the other side of the world. So thank you, Daniel, if you can.
Yes, thank you, Nicolo, for the introduction. Hi, everybody. As Nicolo told you, I'm from Colombia. I'm living in Pavia now for more than 3 years, almost 4 years now. I came to study to the university and I completely fell in love with the city, apart from the amazing university that we have here. So I'm just going to tell you some very interesting stuff about the city, about the university, and how we came from tradition, because the University of Pavia is one of the oldest universities in Italy and even in the world, to innovation. So what we are doing today to stay at the edge of technology, constantly doing improvements, buying new technology, developing new ways to do geosciences. So the thing is, okay, let's go from tradition to innovation, to invite you to join one of the Italy's oldest universities, which is University of Pavia. Cannot wait a bit. Nick, can you pass?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is the university. This is Pavia. This is the city that we're talking about, because we've been talking about a lot about the university, but as you can see in this picture, Pavia is a lovely city, a medieval city, founded by the Romans almost 2000 years ago, but the university is actually 1300 years old. So we have it was founded in 1300, so it's more than 700 years old. So it's one of the oldest universities, but also in a city that is lovely, that is very, very nice for you as a foreign student to come here and finding friends and live one of the best years of your life. Okay, so what are the key features of the University of Pavia? As I told you before, is not only one of the oldest universities in Italy, but it's also one of the best universities in Italy in terms of academic productions, in terms in teaching and innovation and development. So you will be joining one of the best universities in Italy. Another good point is that the city of Pavia is a city of 70,000 students, as persons more or less, from which 35% are almost students. So you will live in a really safe environment, very lively also, because as I told you, it's full of students, so you will always find something to do, cultural events, friends gatherings. So it's also very lively, but it's also very safe city. Another good thing about Pavia is that it's very close to Milan. You know, Milan is located in northern Italy, and Pavia, it's about 20 minutes by train south of Milan. So we are very connected to Milan and to other cities in Italy. We are 1 hour away from the Alps and 1 hour away from the Mediterranean Sea. So the city of Pavia is really, really well located in northern Italy. Another good thing is we here at the city of Pavia, we have a high quality of life, very high. And also this is something that is very good, that let's say, separates Pavia from Milan in the way that we have a very affordable living cost. So we have at least half the prices for living, for accommodation, that you might find in Milan. And I'm going to tell you later about this, but we also have unique university residence experience, like the collegios, or as you might see in I don't know, in the movies like fraternities or something like this, which are places like where students have dormitories and you will live your whole Pavia experience in these places. And also, I'm going to talk about mobility opportunities, because when you start studying in an European university, you don't only come to study to the University of Pavia. When you come here, you will be an European student, not only an Italian student. And in this way, you will be able to have some periods of your studies also in any other European universities. So, let's go straight into this. So we have international opportunities. If you want to know more, just scan the QR code that we have here. But as I was telling you, we have the Erasmus study program, the Overseas Exchange Program, which is a program that allows you not only to go to another university in Europe, but to any other university in the world to do a period of months to study there. The Erasmus study, you will go to another university in Europe that you might choose. Then we have Erasmus Trainship, which is let's say like an internship that you can do in another country of the European Union, but it's going to be paid by the Erasmus Trainship. And then we have the Coimbra Group, which is a group of the oldest universities in Europe, where they are like in some way connected, and you can also go to these universities to have courses there. And we have many other programs that you can explore by going to the QR code. But this just to tell you that once you come here, it's not that you will be, if you want, you can do it, of course, but you also will have opportunities to go to other countries, to go to explore other cities, because it's one of the advantages of coming to study in Europe. Okay, so let's talk about a bit about the fees. For Italian and European Union residents, the price is going to be calculated on terms of the economic situation of the family of the students. But for non-European residents, you will be able to choose these two types of tuitions, which will be based on your country. Different countries in the world have different prices that ranges from 400 euros to 4,500 euros per year. And you can also have another type of calculation for the fees, and it will be based on the economic situation of the family of the student. If you want to know more about the prices of your country, you can also scan the QR code here, and you will be able to find all the information regarding the specific countries that you want to know. But also we have financial support in the way that we or one of the most requested scholarships in the University of Pavia is the scholarship of EDISU. That is a scholarship that gives you financial assistance and is based on merit, on your qualifications, on your previous studies, but also on the needs, on your particular needs. And it will be covering tuition, accommodation, and living cost for the students that win this scholarship. And the call for application are published in early summer. If you want more information, again, scan the QR code, because it's a good scholarship that you might want to apply. So these are the fees for entering the university. And then we have the accommodation, the types of accommodation that I was telling you before. They are called Collegi di Pavia, which are different structures, different buildings that are called collegios. Each collegio has a different name, and these types of structures have been in Pavia since 1429. So really old institutions, very excellent, that are always looking for the best students to live there, because it's not only living. When you became part of one of these collegios, you will be part of the history of that particular institution. So you can apply for accommodation in these collegios. They are 20 university residences, 20 colleges that you can where you can apply using the EDISU scholarship, and also there are others that are based on excellence qualifications in your previous studies. So it's merit based. But also, if you don't want to go for the colleges, you can also find private accommodation. You can find apartments with shared rooms and or apartments or all by yourself. But this is also very good because it's give you the opportunity to know people from all over the world, to meet Italians that are also studying here. So it's a way to start like your university life here, knowing people and making friends who are going to be with you in your during the time that you will study in Pavia. And just to give you an idea of the living costs for Pavia, this is for 1 month. It amounts to an average, let's say, to a maximum of 930 euros a month, and it's divided, as you can see here. Accommodation, it's about around 400 euros, but you can find it somehow cheaper, but also you can find it more expensive, of course. So it will be depend on you, on your needs, on your lifestyle. But let's say that a monthly price for the life in Pavia is around 930 euros a month. And
Thank you, Daniel. I think that
and okay, yeah, that's all for my part. But I'm also open to questions. Let me know just one thing. For me, as a foreigner, I can tell you that coming to Pavia is one of the best choices I've ever made in my life. So if you want to experience a really nice city with a lot of history, very beautiful, with many good people who are also living abroad and studying abroad, this is going to be a good choice if you take it. So thank you very much for having me.
So thank you, Daniel. Thank you. And so now let's talk about what are the entry requirements for this master. So let's say that there are 50 available spots for the non-European students. And one of the requirements will be to have a bachelor, and a bachelor degrees in geological sciences and in earth sciences, environmental and natural sciences. But let's say everything that is related to the to geology and the environment. So in reality, you can also have other kind of bachelor degrees, like, I don't know, mining engineering, petroleum engineering, also civil engineering. But what is needed is that you need this number, this magic number, so the 33 ECTS. So what are these 33 ECTS? Let's say that is the European Credit Transfer System. And let's say that is like a number that is measuring the workload of the study course. So let's say that usually 1 year, maybe Martina can correct me if I'm saying something wrong. So, but 1 year of full-time academic study, okay, is 60 ECTS. And let's say that one single credit, one is approximately 25 to 30 hours of student work. And this includes lectures, the individual study, the exams, and everything like this. So everything that you are doing for the study course. So let's say that this one is a system that simplifies the recognition of your academic results and between all the university, and allow us to make some comparison of what you did and compare what we are doing. Okay, so obviously to do this, okay, you will have to show that you have this 33 CTS. And so let's say that you will send us some documentation that will prove this. can be the degree certificate or let's say, a transcript of the diploma with all the exams and the scores. Okay. But then, obviously, one of the other requirements will be the knowledge of English. And let's say that since our master course is entirely in English, you will need a B2 level. But I think that in general, if you are following also with this webinar, to understand this webinar, most probably you have a B2 level. And okay, so this B2 level will be evaluated. So there are two ways. You can send us like a certificate, or otherwise it will be evaluated during an interview. And so let's talk about how to apply. So you can apply through this site, that is apply.unipv.eu. And 1 month ago, we closed the first round of the admission. Now, soon we will open for the next round, the second round, that is from the 12th to the 20th of January 2026. And so what you have to present during the application is an ID card or a passport, a curriculum, a CV that is better if you submit a CV in a European format and in English, obviously, otherwise we will not be able to read this CV. And then the certificate of the bachelor degree, the transcript of all the records, syllabus of your degrees, and obviously if you have a certificate of the B2 level for the English, you can submit it. So later, let's say that the next step, there will be like an assessment of your submission, and then there will be an interview in which we will evaluate the English level, but also the knowledge of the most important knowledge, geological knowledge that you need to have. So, for example, hydrogeology, the GIS, the sedimentology, mineralogy, petrology. And then, obviously, at the last step, if you will pass the interview, you will receive an email from us saying you are admitted. And so, thank you very much in general. Thank you to follow this webinar. And here are some contacts, some links that if you have any question, if you want to know more, you can write this website. You can search in the website. You can write to the email. You can apply, obviously, but also we have an Instagram page and many other socials. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much to Nicolò, to Danielle, and to Daniel for the really interesting presentation. Today we had so many insights from the University of Pavia and from this course specifically that I think were really useful for the students connected. I actually see so many questions in the box, so if you agree, I already seen that Martina helped us in answer some questions, but if you agree, we can go through the first one. That is, does the university help students find internships in companies that focus on renewable energy or water management?
Let me check. Okay. So let's say that yes, the university is helping the students. So there are many professors here with many links with companies, with several companies that focus on renewable energy and water management. For example, we can take one great example of Daniel. So like a PhD student, he worked on this PhD about the low entropy geothermal. So not the normal geothermal energy that is coming from very high temperature, let's say high entropy. enthalpy, system, but let's say from shallow aquifers that are a little bit warmer or a little bit colder than the surface, and so how to develop a geothermal system. And this was a collaboration with the ENI, so the national oil company of Italy, also with the collaboration with the water supplier company of the northern Italy, one of the most important. And so yes, we will help you in these, but obviously if you want to explore other companies, we will be able to help you in find an internship in this company. I hope that Caroline, yes, Caroline, did
Yes.
you? Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. And I see another question about the lessons, actually. A student is asking if all the lessons are in presence or if there's something that is registered.
So let's say that the lessons are in presence, obviously, but we understand that maybe the first year and the first semester of the first year can be difficult to arrive in time in Italy, in Pavia, find the accommodation. So we are evaluating also the possibility to do like a mixture of online and in-presence courses for the first semester of the first year. But then, yes, everything is in presence, also because we have many laboratories, we have many field trips, and excursion, yes.
Thank you. Another question here is...
Can I add
Yes.
something about this?
Yes, of course.
Hi, hello everyone. Yes, the lesson are all in presence. That's why we really recommend to start your application as soon as possible. For maybe non-EU students that need a visa. So yes, really consider the window that opened in January.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes. And also talking about that, you will have a sort of a reminder in the email that we will send you tomorrow that will include both the recording of this webinar, but also the possibility to take a look at the website, but also the deadline to submit the application. So if you, of course, are non-EU student and you're considering in attending the course at the University of Pavia, take a look at the deadlines. Thank you. Also, I see another question here about the level of English. A couple of some questions about it actually, but a specific question is about the possibility to also improve the Italian language. Do you offer also some courses to improve the Italian?
Let's say that yes, I think that we are offering this. Not like it's not obviously it's not our department of earth science and environmental science, but this is our university is offering Italian for foreigners, and also Daniel can probably
exactly. If I can say something, I took an Italian course when I first arrived. It's not offered by the department; it's offered by the university. It has an additional cost. I don't know exactly what's the cost right now because I did it 3 years ago, but it's all the prices are in the website. But yeah, they are very good. I finished my course and I already had the confidence to speak Italian, and I think I can speak fluently now. So yeah, the university provides this kind of opportunities to improve your Italian.
Thank you. And I also saw a question that's already received an answer from Danielle. But if you want to say again the answer to all the students that maybe are coming from Latin America, a student was a little bit worried about the possibility to create a community once he or she has been submitted the application. Danielle, what is your experience?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is not only for people from Latin America,
Of
but from
course.
all over the world. And what I told him or she is that when you arrive at the university organize an event that is called the Welcome Week. And during that week, you get to know all the students that are coming from abroad to study at the University of Pavia. So this is your first approach to make friends, to know the people who are also looking to build a community. And then let's say the ESN, which is the group of Erasmus that is organized by the students of the university, mostly Italian students, but also international students. They create many events for the people that are arriving into the city to explore the city, to get to know it, to know what to do, where to go. So they make like treasure hunts around the city, or they make like a free walking tour with all the people that are coming. So for me, when I arrived, that was amazing because I meet some that are very good friends even now. Those people maybe are gone already, but we still talk, we still see each other. I go to visit them, they come here to Pavia back again to remember the good old times. So I can tell you that Pavia, being a university city, a city that is not that big, that is focused on the university, is the place where you can build a community. So if you're scared about this, don't be, because you will have many opportunities to meet friends, to meet people, and to feel safe to do the things that you like to do.
And also from last year, we launched our first Unibody community. So once you get admitted, you will receive an invitation to join the community with our new admitted students. So you can start to chat with your new friends, I think. And also you can start to maybe looking for accommodation with other people, maybe it could be easier. And also there are a channel direct with us from university, and you can ask us more information about everything you want. And that could be a good way to start to know people before you come in Pavia.
Thank you so much. And also, I would like to add that I know that Pavia is a city with so many students from many different, not also many different countries, but also many different regions, even in Italy itself. So you will find many different students that don't come from the same region and the same city. So you will find for sure a community and some friends.
Yes, I want to tell this. I'm from the south of Italy, and I come to Pavia to study my master's degree, and now I'm working here. So yes, Pavia is a good place to stay and live.
Thank you so much. And I see another question about, again, the course specifically, that is, how does field research actually help us solve an energy or water problem compared to just using computers and data?
This is a very good question. So I can try to reply to this question. So basically, yes, you can use computers, you can use data. But in reality, computers and data, you have to acquire this data. So there is no way to have data without going into the field. And also, basing only your knowledge on what you can do with the computer or what you can do with your data, 3D data, 2D data, whatever you have, will never be like to be in the field, looking at the rocks, looking at the, let's say, the environment, and understand everything, touching everything with your hands, seeing everything with your eyes. So it's impossible to like replace this. So because now there is like this debate about the use of machine learning, AI, but in reality, let's say that the role of the geoscientist remains central, and the geoscientist will never be replaced by computers and AI. So I think that this can be a good question. I don't know if maybe Daniel wants to add something more, but I think no.
Which Daniel? Me
No,
or
Daniel Barrera. Yes, the professor.
Also, maybe also Daniel might have something to say, but
Exactly.
what I just wanted to say is that what you can do in a computer are simulations. You can do an interpretation, but it's a simulation of the reality, no? But if you want to know the truth, you have to go where the rocks are, you know. If you're measuring fractures, if you're looking for water, you can make many simulations, but you know that this simulation is close to the reality if you actually go there, make a well to extract water for the people. And if you knew your geology, if you do your job well, if you measure all the uncertainties and everything, you will find the water where you say it is. So I think, of course, doing both is important. It's very important because geology 100 years ago didn't have computers, and they make the basis of everything else that we do now. But what we do now with that thing that leave us the many geologists that came before us is that we now can predict where we can find new solutions, new sources of energy, new materials. And with that information and our simulation that we do in our computers with machine learning, with AI, whatever, which is very important, and make a discovery that usually took 2 years to achieve. Nowadays, we can do it in 2 weeks, but it will come always to the reality, to make the well, to go and explore and find the lithium that you were looking for. If you find it in the reality, then is when you realize how these two things, the digital world and the real world, match together, and how we can start to improve and solve all these questions that we're talking about today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Daniel, I don't know if you want to add something.
Yeah, only that I'm totally agree with Daniel and Nicolò. The field activity is really important. Also now in my work, I'm going on field and do borehole and monitoring when collecting groundwater soil sample for chemical analysis and so on. So the interpretation of the data is important, but also collecting them and go on field. That's all.
I see also there is a question from Daniel, the student. In fact, that is, what was the most surprising thing you learned about the geosciences industry after finishing your master?
Let's say the most surprising could be that I seen how is important and how has a really significant impact on the society, our work and our study, along with private entities and public entities, like remediation activity on abandoned site or contaminated site. So as a really important use our study, let's say.
Thank you so much. Okay, actually, I don't see any other questions in the box, but again, I would like to remind you that if maybe any other question pop up in your mind even later tomorrow, you can write to the team. You can ask your questions even about, for example, your recent path of studies. If you have any questions about your background or anything else, you can write to the team, and you will receive for sure an answer. And also you can rewatch the webinar, so you can scan the various QR codes that we have seen today and take all the information that you need. Also, there's the certificate of attendance for today. You can click on the link that I just sent in the chat and request a certificate. Also, we would love to hear your feedback from today's webinar. If you have any suggestions or comment, feel free to write them in the form. And before we say goodbye, I don't know if Nicolò, Daniel, or Martina as well would like to add anything or to give a last minute suggestion to the students connected.
So let's say that in general, what you can do is like to visit our webpage. So you will find our website of the master courses, and there we have also many links about all our socials, and you can contact us through these socials and see all the activities. You can follow us, see all the activities that we are doing. We are posting live field, the field trip photos with our students, or also let's say, some insight from the research activities of the professor that are here in our department. So I think that is also a good way to learn more about our department, our master course.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much. So thanks to all the students connected with us today. It was a pleasure to host this webinar. Thanks to all the speakers, of course. And we hope to see you very soon. And I wish you a really wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye. Thank you.